Hello?
What's good?
Yeah, what's up? I disagree.
Okay, why?
Yeah, like, I think that it's not better to have 10 women rather than one woman.
Okay, why?
Well, I think that if you value things like loyalty and having a family and being
Yeah,
in love
why
and
do you
things like
value
that.
loyalty? So
Like,
the woman
well,
needs to be
why do
loyal
you
to the
value
man.
that? Well, that's a
The
question
man
for the
doesn't need to be
individual.
loyal to the woman.
That's a question for the individual, why they value those things. I'm just saying, if you value those things, it's probably better to have one
Attraction
woman.
is the same for all attraction is the same for every man, and all
I
attraction is the same for
disagree.
every
I
woman.
don't think it's the same for
So
everybody.
this is ridiculous. No, it's not. We're not talking
No,
about
I
do you
don't
like
think it's
blue or red
ridiculous.
more. We're
I
talking
don't think
about
it's the same.
literally the biology of how it for a woman to
Even
survive,
within
she needs to
biology,
choose
it's
her
not the
best
same for
option.
everybody.
Yeah, it's the same exact thing for everybody.
I would disagree. I don't think it's the
literally
same for
how
all
you
of us.
survive. It's how you survive. You cannot survive if everybody thinks differently. Okay, we wouldn't be here right now if
I think that good
if
communication is
if
essential to
somebody
survival.
decided, you know what, I'm not really attracted to this, or I'm not attracted to that because I decided I'm not. No, it's in your biology to be attracted to the same exact thing as everybody else is. That's
Sure,
it. Every
and I
woman
think
wants
that
a
good
strong man the
communication
same
is
way
in
every man
biology,
wants
and
a woman
having
that
and
is
being
beautiful. That's
in
it.
good communication would
There's not
involve
a
one
single
woman.
dude in this world that goes, you know what, I want a woman that's ugly.
There's plenty of dudes that would want a woman who's ugly.
No, there's nobody. There's
There's
not a
plenty
single
of
man
dudes
in
who
this
want a
world that would
woman who's
want an
ugly. There's
ugly
plenty of
woman
women
over
who
a
want
beautiful
dudes who
woman.
are ugly as well, or at least ugly to you. You'd
That
agree that
just
beauty
doesn't
is at
work
least
that way.
somewhat subjective.
It doesn't work that way because that is against biology. Biology is literally a survival of the fittest. You are constantly looking for the best option because that's what
So that's
ensures
evolution.
life.
That's not
The
necessarily
point of life
biology.
is life. It's reproduction. You can't reproduce if you reproduce with somebody who's inferior. So you're always looking for
You
someone
can
superior.
reproduce with someone who's
That's literally
inferior.
life.
You
That
can
is
reproduce
literally
with someone
life.
who's inferior.
Yeah, you can, but your biology doesn't push you that way. Okay, your biology pushes you to find someone better. You would only settle. That's it. You're only settling. That's
I mean,
all. Just
maybe
a code.
yeah, but
That's all
it
it is.
pushes you to find someone.
If you
right?
end up
One
if you
person.
end up having kids with an ugly woman, that's just because you coped and you couldn't do better. That's it. It's not because you
No, I
wanted to.
disagree.
You're talking about wants. You're talking about wants. What you just said earlier was, oh, you would not want a more beautiful woman. No, you do. You're just settling. You're coping because you weren't
No,
good enough.
I don't.
So you
I
have to
can't
settle
look into
for
the
someone
minds
who's
of
a
these people and
5.
declare that
That's different.
that's not what they
so
want.
This is the
That
thing.
is what they want.
So the only reason why you as a man believe that loyalty is negative is because society has told you that a lack of loyalty is negative. The lack of loyalty is actually a great thing for a woman. A man needs loyalty from a woman because he needs to secure paternity, right? He needs to make sure the kid is his. That's why we're biologically wired to want loyalty from a woman. A man doesn't need to be loyal to a woman in any way, shape, or form. It's not a turn on. The only reason why it's a turn off is because society has made it seem like such a horrible thing. It actually signals health.
But what if we can guarantee that the kid
every
is
woman
ours? Do we
wants
still have to be loyal?
is a good man. That is a man that is attractive. A woman doesn't want a man that no other woman wants.
But if we can guarantee
Women
that
want
the
the
kid
guy
is
they
ours,
can't have.
does the
They
woman still have
want
to
the
be loyal
guy
to
that
us?
every other woman wants. Meaning, if you have 10 women, because it's all about options. The more options you can demonstrate you have, the more attractive you are. That's it. The more valuable you are, the more options you have. The more options you have, the more valuable you are. Yes or no?
Well, yes, but I was disagreeing with what you said
Great.
earlier.
So can we agree that the more valuable of a man you are, the more options you have? Like, you have a wider range of girls that you can date.
Yeah, definitely, of course.
Okay, that's it. So how do you become more valuable in a woman's eyes? You demonstrate that you have more options. So what does this mean? If you have 10 girls
you
around,
can have
you're
other
more
ways of
attractive to a
demonstrating
woman than
your
you
value.
have one.
Through income,
Loyalty is not attractive to women. Resource
attractiveness.
loyalty is attractive to women. Resource
Through
loyalty.
status.
So like money, able to
not necessarily through
status,
just cheating
resource
and being with
loyalty,
multiple women at
not
one time.
sexual
You can demonstrate your
exclusivity.
status through many different ways.
Not sexual exclusivity. Sexual exclusivity is not at all in any way, shape, or form attractive to a woman.
Sexual exclusivity.
It just isn't. No, because the only man that would be sexually exclusive, the only man that would show her loyalty sexually is the man that can't get laid with other women. You would only conform.
What if you can get
would
laid,
only
but you still choose to only be with her? Wouldn't that be a virtue?
Okay. So everybody says this. They say you need to control. You need to control yourself. If you sleep with multiple women, you don't have any control. You lack control. Why do I have to control myself? Who told me that? Who said you have to control? The society, the system told me I have to control myself. So one, we established that it's not natural.
Well, I mean, if you want to have a
Meaning,
good,
if you're being
if you
loyal,
wanna have
you're
a good
going against your
relationship,
nature,
yeah, you
correct?
probably should control yourself.
You were going against your nature if you're being loyal, correct? That is the point of
No.
loyalty, right?
No, I disagree.
No?
I don't think that's against your nature.
No?
I don't
Okay,
think
so
that's
what's
against.
wrong with not being loyal as a man?
What's wrong with not being loyal? Yeah, it violates communication. Essential
How does it violate?
communication.
What
relationships.
communication? What communication does it violate?
Whenever you get
What
into a
communication?
relationship with somebody, there's going to be honesty and communication within that relationship. That's the point of being with somebody.
You don't lie to her when
So
she
you
confronts you.
violate-
You
so
say,
you
yeah, I
violate
cheated.
that
And then you
being
tell
with
her, if you
someone
want to
else.
leave, you can leave. That's it.
violate
No,
that
you don't
with
lie.
being with
I didn't tell
someone
men
else.
to lie. I just said, have multiple women and cheat. That's it.
I mean, even
Why would you
within
not do
that, you're
that?
still violating a certain
No, you aren't. You're not violating
one-on-one
anything.
sort of
What are you
relationship that
violating?
you would have
What
with
agreement?
someone.
There's no contract. You don't enter a relationship with a woman on a contract. What
It's
are you
not
talking
necessarily
about?
a contract.
You're not married.
It's more of like an
You're not
internal
married.
agreement
Don't
that
get
you have
married.
with somebody.
Please don't get married. Don't do that to yourself. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about a woman and a man that are dating each other. Why would you not be with multiple women? Why would you ever be loyal to one woman? Why?
You would be
What
loyal
benefit do
because
you get
you're
out of
looking for because you're everything that you need is within that one woman.
What is everything that you need? What do you need from a
It
woman? You
depends
think
on
you
the
need
person.
something from a woman?
It depends on the person.
Every woman is exactly the same.
No, that's not true.
Every woman's gonna cook, clean, act right. She's gonna do the right
That's
things.
not true.
The only difference
Some
is
women
how
like
hard
to
she
do
is to
other things
attract.
other than cooking and cleaning.
That's it. That's it. Every girl's a
There's
good girl.
nothing
For the
wrong
right
with a
man,
woman who
every
wants to
woman's
go
the
out
right
and like
woman.
work a job or something. There's nothing wrong with
What?
her wanting to do that.
Why would you want a woman to work a job?
You don't think that I think that's attractive. You don't think that that's
You want a
attractive?
woman to work a job?
I mean, that's
You
pretty
want
cool.
a woman
Yeah.
to work a job? You
I
think it's attractive
I think
for
a
woman
woman
to work
with
a job,
freedom
to
and
suffer and
independence. I
have
think that's pretty
anxiety, so that
cool.
when you have kids with her one day, she's thinking about her job? You
I
think
think
that's
that
attractive?
suffering isn't any less virtuous for a woman than it is for a man.
Okay, suffering for a woman is the biggest turnoff ever. You don't want a woman that's been through things. That's why you don't want a woman with a high body count, because she's suffered. That's what it is. You don't want a woman that's suffered. You want an innocent little girl.
A body count
that
isn't the
doesn't
same thing as
understand
suffering from
anything.
like
That's the
trauma
point.
or suffering from
You
like
want an
hard work
innocent young
or something
woman.
like that.
You don't want a woman that's suffered. You don't want a woman that's suffered.
Wait,
You don't want a mother of
why
six.
wouldn't I want that? Well, how do you know that every man wouldn't want that? Some of us do want that. So just because you don't want it doesn't mean some of us don't want that.
It's in our biology. It's the same.
I don't
It's the
agree with
same
you
for
that it's in our biology. I think that
Okay,
some of us
great.
can
So
want
what do
that,
you-
and some
so
of
what
us
do you
don't
mean
want that.
that's not what you want? Our biology is exactly the same. We want the exact same thing.
No, I don't think that all of us want the same thing. I think that you might want something different than someone else, but you're trying to impose your beliefs on the
You
rest
just
of
said
us.
biology is the same.
You're
You
trying to
literally
force
just
all of
said
us
that
to think how you think.
You just said that our biology is the same, right?
No, I didn't.
Is that what you just
You're
said?
trying to force.
You just
You're
said our
trying to
biology
force
is
your
the same.
views onto the rest of us. We don't want to think like that.
I'm trying to force my view. I'm trying to force my views on the rest of you guys.
Yes, you're trying to force your views on the rest of us.
It's
Make us think like
biology.
you.
It's not a view. It's biology.
You don't
It's a
see the
fact. It's
issue
not a
with
view,
trying to
it's a
force
fact.
us to think like you?
It's a fact. It's a fact.
Well, it's not a fact.
It's not
It's
a
an
view.
opinion. It's an opinion. Damn.
It's
Well,
not
it's
a
not a
view.
fact. It's
All you guys can say is no, it's wrong. No, it's not. Like nobody can actually make a goddamn point. I don't understand. Somebody make a point.
Hi.
What's up?